Hey everybody, it's Tiffany, and I'm back with another Meet the Trainers episode with one of the trainers who's probably been coming to and teaching at TACCon for about as long as anybody else that's still at TACCon, and that is Mr. Steve Moses, the one and only. Hi, Steve. How are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing great. It is awesome to see you, and I look forward to seeing a lot more of you at TechCon in March.
Absolutely. I am looking forward to it too. And I'm going to give you a great big hug and another hug for you to pass on to your wife for me. So, tell everybody at the TACCon in the TACCon group who you are if they are not familiar with you.
Okay, well, my name is Steve Moses. I've been a firearms trainer now for 30 years. I am the primary customer support representative for the Firearm Trainers Association, provider of coffee at not only past TACCons, but the upcoming TACCon,
That's
and kind of have the dream job. Got multiple instructor certifications. Like I said, I've been a trainer for about 30 years. Have all of the major range master handgun related instructor certifications, plus the shotgun instructor certification. And I've got a number along the way. Don't consider myself an expert in any one of the fields represented by that certificate, other than, hey, I've trained with experts. I've seen experts perform. I've had experts show me things that not only benefit me, but can help my students. And so I try to do my very best to bring that to class every time I show up.
Steve's also got a certificate in humility, ladies and gentlemen, and for that we are entirely grateful to you. So that brings me to the class that you're going to be teaching this year, and it is called Retention Distance Defensive Shooting. So
Yes,
close quarter stuff, right? Tell us
yes,
what
ma'am.
that's going to be all about.
Well, this was something that I was very intrigued with just from the very beginning of my journey into, tactical defensive shooting. That's something I have a martial arts background, and I licensed to do executive protection. I've done, dignitary and executive protection for some pretty high profile clients. Been on a special response team. There were a lot of instances where I was in very close quarters with people that may or may not have been dangerous. And I knew that without some skills and tactics, I was at a disadvantage. So, first thing I did, the first way I remedied that was to take ECQC from Craig Douglas. I believe the year was 2004. That's back when Mike Brown's daughter Olivia, she was there, and she was a swaddled infant. So that tells you how long ago. Since then, I've trained with Craig, Cecil, Paul, Larry Linderman, Chris Fry, and a lot of others, and decided that, okay, this is really an important skill. So it's something I really want to always kind of have in my back pocket. Well, about 4 years ago, we started teaching at the Girl in a Gun National Conference.
Mhm.
And as a result, I was around, women. We teach 6 classes every time. Class size might vary from 10 to 18. We've done that for 4 years. And I have become more and more aware of some of the threats that women pose, even, I mean, not pose, but are poised
Mhm.
with, more so than men. And a lot of it has to do with people that do not have guns. They're not wearing a ski mask and a gun and a snubby, clutched at their waist. It's hands, it's feet, it's fists, it's knives. Uh, it's incredible how many women are actually just strangled. That's something my wife works for Cross Timbers Family Services. They minister to sexual assault victims, domestic violence, trafficking victims. And in so many of these instances, the women that come in, they were injured by men. And a lot of them, the people did try to throttle them or just tried to throttle them as part of that whole control. And I'm like going, okay, the chances are that if these women, and it's true for all of us, find themselves in a situation in which they're going to need to use their gun, there's a good possibility it won't be against someone that has a gun. And if you try to use it the way that you've been trained and you extend it, there's a good probability it will be taken away from you and possibly even used against you. And if you can't protect yourself initially while someone is trying to strike you so that you can get to it, again, uh, it's probably not going to have a happy ending. So we designed to teach it's a very basic fundamental class. We're going to cover the fundamentals. We're going to work on a couple of principles, and then we're going to go over theirs over and over so everybody at least gets a good understanding of what is probably a superior way to deal with these situations, how to assume these positions so that you don't endanger yourself, you don't shoot yourself, as well as you don't endanger someone that shouldn't be. That is, you still have to have control of that muzzle. So it's going to only be about a 2 hour class. So we're going to hit it pretty hard. There will be absolutely no downtime whatsoever. We've already taught it in several iterations. We're excited about teaching it again.
It's going to be fun. And folks, if your shooting career has been largely comprised of standing still on the line and drawing to full extension and shooting at targets that are 3, 5, 7, 10, 15 yards away, then now's the time to shake things up a little bit. And one way you can do that is by going to Steve's class. It's going to repeat on Sunday. Is that right? So you're teaching it twice on
Twice on
Sunday?
Sunday.
Fantastic. Well, I'm excited to hear all about it, to see you teach this class, and to see you, my friend. Thank you so much. Also, thanks to your wife for that amazing work that she's doing. I didn't know she was working in that field. That's fantastic. And a great big shout out to you and to Firearms Trainers Association for providing coffee in the mornings at TACCon. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need a pick me up, head over to the social tent starting at 7:30 every morning and see Steve, and he will brighten your day with a good, strong, hot cup of Joe. Steve, thanks so much. I can't wait to see you in Dallas.
Same here, Tiffany. Thanks for having me on.